Are you looking for a job? Most organizations post employment opportunities on their website. Some even publicize job openings on their Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn pages. Companies also use these digital domains to deliver information about benefits and to give you a taste of what it would be like to work there. Make a list of those companies and follow each of them on social media.
Companies are hiring us to determine who should be taken out of an organization. We're shortchanging ourselves. It starts here with us. So why don't we look at it as though if I asked you to play a game of tennis, are you going to try to beat me?
Definitely.
This is a game. So if we do it constructively with consideration of people's feelings and do it professionally and talk about the objectives professionally, don't attack each other personally, then we learn from it. And we're setting an example to the people that are watching on how they're supposed to manage their own personal people when they aren't performing. How do you do it? And I agree, you take people to the side in the back room and you do it.
But you didn't have that opportunity last night. Okay, you're being very politically correct. Well, I'd like to let you finish, but I want to know what would you have done.
You've been talking
But I
more,
think you
so
guys
I'm
are
going-
talking
you
all
didn't
around the
let
subject.
me-
Well,
you
Yvonne didn't. She answered the
No, I
question.
almost did.
Mike,
You're not answering the question.
Mike,
I am.
you know what it is? If I was you, I would have made the choice far earlier, really. It was so easy. You can't say, I'm not going to make a choice. You just can't say that. You have to pick the weakest one. You just have to say, that's the weakest link.
Yeah, I mean, here's where I agree with what Esther's saying. And our inability to make a decision and do it in a timely fashion, when we're asked a question directly and says, who are you going to choose, right? We're recruiters. Are you going to choose candidate A, B, or C? And if we're like, I don't know, I don't want to say anybody's weak, then we're not doing our job as leaders, we're not doing our job as recruiters. You have to make a decision, you have to make it in the moment. It can't be done behind closed doors. You have to just let them know this is the right person today, tomorrow it might be someone else, but today it's this person.
But this discussion happens behind closed doors, and I will not let any of my team member be embarrassed.
It's just for that day, it's not overall.
I just
No,
can't do
we're
it.
setting an example of how we're supposed to do it for everybody to view it and how we're supposed to confront people that aren't performing. And we can't do it. They can't learn behind a closed door. The camera has got to show people. So let's be strong enough to do it because we're examples. We're leaders. We're good. And we're going to great. And we're learning that from one another.
And if you're strong,
Our viewers may
listen.
appreciate the fact
You
that
are
I'm
really
not
strong.
throwing anyone under the bus.
I would say, from a consulting standpoint, this is who the strongest candidate is. I would influence my company because they're my client and say, this is who you should hire and this is why. That does not mean that these people are terrible, that I'm doing anything
100%.
terrible to them. I have a job to do and it's to consult with this company. They were asking you to consult. At that point, who would you
on the same
choose?
page? They would ask me this conversation in a private conversation, private.
I'm the type of person who only speaks when I feel the need to speak. I try not to draw too much attention to myself because I don't find it necessary. I'm confident with myself, so I don't really need to express my success because it shows through my work.
Last year was the most difficult and emotionally exhausting year of my life. My father's body was invaded by 3 forms of cancer. I still remember the call from my mom. I could barely understand what she was saying because she was talking through tears. Once I figured out what she was telling me, I was shocked, but most of all, I was devastated. The doctors had suggested that my dad undergo chemo immediately. I was surprised to learn that my dad had decided against chemo. He said he felt that there was an alternative solution. During this time, I was unable to focus on anything else in my life. I might as well have been paralyzed. Sometimes, when something reminded me of my dad, I would break down in tears. I remember patiently waiting for the doctors to call me back, praying for different results. At the same time, I was bracing myself for news that would break my heart. The doctors finally called, And this time, it was great news. My dad was cancer-free. I held back my tears in front of my parents, but this time, I had to let them flow. The whole experience completely changed my world. It made me realize that I can push through difficult situations, and it taught me to believe in the unexpected. There is always more than one path to the finish line. My dad chose an alternative path in order to become cancer-free. When faced with a problem, I seek out unconventional alternatives. I push myself to find a solution that might work better than what is tried and tested.
Yeah, Yvonne's cool. Actually, she reminds me a lot of my wife. She's just kind of like chill, but you can tell she's smart.
Who do you think the most attractive staff cast member is?
Yvonne. I like Asians.
Jeremy thinks you're the most attractive cast member that's here. I asked him, told him. Do you think he's hot?
Sorry.
I think she likes the nicer things in life.
I think Jeremy's a really, really nice guy.
Is that a no?
I think everybody has I don't know how to play.
So maybe I'll play that up a little bit. I don't know. I haven't really figured out what to do with her yet.
Jeremy is.
Why are the doors open? What's happening here? No, she's like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. See ya.
Who's on door patrol?
She's already had a year of exposure to it, but then she was given the opportunity to be a captain. Who made that selection? So they said, we're going to flip the coin before the game. Oh, it's on heads. What do you want to be? Oh, heads. Okay. You get to make the call. So there's already 2 heads up. And then she's over talking. I said, that's it. I got to put my foot down. We're playing way fairly by the rules, but she wanted to play the Hunger Games.
Here's the thing, she won the first challenge.
Because
Therefore, she cannot.
It was handed to her.
Regardless, she cannot win the second.
Today, you will be tested on a concept that is a key driver of successful recruiting and talent retention, finding the right cultural fit for both the company and the candidate. As top recruiters, you know that matching a candidate's skills to a job is crucial, but ensuring the company's culture is a fit for the candidate is often even more important, and it can be challenging. I'd like to welcome our judges for this challenge, Jacqueline Branch and Thomas Boyle. Jacqueline Branch has 15 years of experience in marketing. She has dedicated the past 10 to recruiting and talent management.
She asked a couple of questions, but she seemed to be a little bit more kind of sitting there.
Thomas Boyle has worked in the talent management space for 15 years. As a consultant, he has advised hundreds of organizations on their very talent management strategies.
Anytime someone started to engage the candidate, someone else would interrupt.
Thank you, Alex, and welcome everyone. As you know, baby boomers are leaving the workforce, and today's job candidates have different priorities than the workers they're replacing. As a recruiter, you must know the company's culture and be able to identify the type of person that will thrive there. If there's not a culture fit, that job you just filled will be open again very soon.
Before we get started, we have a guest judge we'd like you to meet.
We have the pleasure of bringing in one of our clients, Morgan Hofeld.
You guys are cutting all over each other. You're not talking, you're cutting him, he's cutting you.
Morgan is the chief talent scout for one of the world's leading media brands, Clear Channel Communications.
You're taking the candidate for a walk? I want a serious discussion here.
Morgan provides the company with targeted, best-in-class solutions and employment branding strategies and retaining and rewarding their top talent.
Hello, top recruiters. For this challenge, we will use 3 criteria to judge your performance.
First, your understanding of the culture. How well you learn and translate the Clear Channel employment brand. Second, how creative you are in connecting with the candidate. And third, whether you exude confidence.
Okay, top recruiters, the clock starts now.
When I saw the yacht, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I'm excited to get this challenge started.
Both teams will have the opportunity to connect with our panel of judges. The contestants will learn more about Clear Channel's employment brand.
One of our clients that uses our Open Hire recruiting management applicant tracking system, Clear Channel Communications, which is a global media entertainment company.
What's the value proposition? Why would I want to work for your company versus another? So when I go to Clear Channel's website, I click careers, then it's this portal.
And this is the portal that you're looking at.
I mean, we're sitting here looking at a career site on an iPad, not unlike an applicant sitting at a Starbucks applying to one of these jobs on an iPad.
The Silk Road technology, I never saw it before, and I think it will be a good solution for a lot of companies.
Lots of times these customers not only post the jobs on these career sites, but they're also posting them on places like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Our outdoor business, we touch millions of people in the largest metropolitan cities all over the United States.
It's very important to find a candidate that's got the right skill fit. So you want somebody that has, the right education, the right experience.
So for candidates, they're finding the jobs all over the web, even on Google. But the main thing is that once a candidate finds them and you have their attention, that you deliver the right content to them.
We're looking for hungry people that are afraid to get out, beat the streets on feet, that can cold call, pound the telephones.
But if you don't have a candidate that's got the right culture fit, then you're definitely going to be replacing that candidate before long.
Jacqueline was amazing to work with. She knew a lot about the cool technology that is Silk Road, but more importantly, she understood the value of employment branding.
Find the right people, and then, of course, let the people down they didn't select nice and easy, because they're going to be candidates again in the future.
That can go out and communicate well and follow up and really articulate the proposition of why you should advertise on Clear Channel Radio or on Clear Channel Outdoor.
Do you think he's your biggest competition?
I hesitate between these two because she has experience with this show. She was in it last year. She had that emotion that she lost it, so that emotion can make her do a lot of crazy things. So I have to look out for her.
I think that from what I've heard and seen, that when you're in your team environment, you really, even with as your team, you're trying to dominate the situation.
You only
and
have
it
one
doesn't.
challenge.
I other people on your team.
Yeah, but you know what it
don't
is?
feel
I
like
do
you're
understand you
giving
guys.
them
I
an
think that you
opportunity.
both make your point. But but listen. So it's like in a football game. So if the other team plays better than the home team, let's say home team, they're not going to go to the captain of the other team and say like, guys, you play just too well and you're dominating the game, I don't feel good. No, they step up and play better. If you're not happy with this situation, you have to step up. It counts for me, it counts for you, it counts for everybody in the world.
Well, I love competition as long as the rules are established and they're the same for everyone. Like at a baseball game, everyone needs to have 9 innings and play it. But our industry, our industry is so professional to become like the Hunger Games and overtalk each other, to kind of stifle with something that someone's saying that makes sense. That's unprofessional.
But what are you referring to? I have no idea what you're referring to.
I like when someone monitors it so that everyone equally can speak.
That's not what this is about.
This is a game.
This is not
I didn't
like
know that
about
you
being
established
a
it.
friendly...
I could out-talk you. I have louder vocals.
Well, then why don't you? See, first of all,
no
Mike, I'm not. I have no intention of out-talking you. I'm trying to get information. We're in a competition. On our team, we have a strategy. We're getting information. We've discussed it. That's where we were going. So you guys don't really know what's going on.
The only thing I see from you is that you over-talk people. Anyone could do that. That's rude.
Look in the mirror, buddy.
If you do that,
look in the mirror.
She's extremely aggressive. So I started to become extremely aggressive. We fought a little bit, but I thought, it comes with the territory. But then I started thinking, you know what? Recruiting is sophisticated, and we shouldn't be screaming over each other. And I think I was playing a different game than I was aware of. Customer, they would throw you out of the office. There's an old saying, seek first to understand.
How was I over-talking the customer? How was I over-talking the customer? Okay, so give an example.
And I think you learned it because you kind of toned it down a little bit. So you did learn it, but I didn't want to trample on you to do it, but I gave you plenty of opportunities. I asked you. I said I'd treat you like a gentleman, and you kept just overruling everybody.
I came to this
Even your own teammates.
I knew there was going to be competition, and I just would prefer to be friendly competition, and I didn't come here for tension. Like, I wanted to come here to have a good time, and so far I've had a good time, but I have started to recognize some tension between you and I, Batsheva. I don't know if it's a situation where you feel like oh, well, you know, I don't know. Like, I've heard from my team that
All right, is there something that we can do to make things better? How do we resolve the situation at this point?
Step
because
up.
this is
Just
not.
step up.
Yeah, but I mean the tension. I'm talking about the tension. I want everyone to get along. I know everybody's great here. I love everybody here. This is just a game, like everyone said. But how do we resolve the situation and not feel this way? Let's just focus on the solution and not continue to bicker and argue. This is not a solution.
We need to bash people.
Yeah, like let's just like.
I don't appreciate being bashed. I don't appreciate that level of disrespect, Mike. Mike, I'm being really clear with you. I think you're being extremely disrespectful and abusive, borderline. So you need to dial it down. You need to dial it down.
Anyways, how many people would agree that she has been overruling and over talking on top of people yesterday?
I think right now,
she was doing really good the last couple hours, and now she's back
you
at
know what
herself
I would,
again,
if
'cause
you
she's getting
ask
angry.
us, how many people would agree if she's over talking?
Raise your hands.
I just want to give an answer. I won't agree with that. I'm just saying that she is playing this competition very well, and I have a lot of respect for Batsheva. That's it.
Thank you.
Condos. Expensive? Super expensive or no?
You don't have anything to say?
I'm asking. We're doing a sightseeing tour up here. It's like I'm way too far from Mike to like talk to him. I mean, it's
Okay,
like
really? You don't have anything to say?
I have stuff. I always have stuff to say. I would say that I agree with Yvonne when she said we're like focused on the problem, not the solution. So if the problem, and I'll restate it again, if the problem is people think you're getting more airtime, then what's their solution? Great, okay, that's your problem, but what's your solution? Do you want to take turns asking questions?
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
No.
You know, you
I
can't.
need it over here.
Not everybody in this life is going to get
my
along.
yoga back here.
I typically get along with most people.
But are you not saying that you can't get along with Batsheva?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's just something about like my vibe with her that just doesn't seem to connect.
So you don't get along.
I felt like we connected.
No,
like,
At first we did.
It's a good thing.
I mean, at first I felt we
Right, so
did.
that's what I'm saying. There's something
But then as it's going, like I feel like you just taking this so seriously, and it's like for me, I took this opportunity as a friendly competition. I'm gonna go there for a week. I took 4 days off of work. It's gonna be a fun little vacation, and then to come here and to be like just pounded.
I think we're all hungry and thirsty.
Like we probably are too. I just like, and I just want to. I don't know why I'm crying. I want to apologize if I've offended you because I feel like first of all, him attacking me like that just felt like really abusive. Like it felt like abusive to my soul.
Next time on Top Recruiter Miami.
My name was Asshole. Go get me a beer. I was abused horribly. My father would come home. We would hide under our bed.
Know the culture, study, be able to articulate the points, and act with confidence. I didn't see confidence from any one of you. I saw a lot of fumbling around, I saw a lot of this and that. I can guarantee you right now, you, I will sell the heck out of whatever it is that you guys do. And I will have that candidate begging for the job, I promise you that. I didn't get that from you guys. That's all I gotta say. Maybe next time.
I'm big in the candidate experience. And that's the number one thing to me, is making sure that when we're talking to a candidate that we represent the company well.
My expectation, I think, was that would kind of show through when they actually went out to do the challenge, but it was completely opposite.
You let her cry first of all, and then you say no. First of all, you say I like you, I like your fashion sense, and then you scream like, yeah, monster. I don't find it nice. You give two different messages. I don't trust you now.
We decide to team up, and we also have a name for our team. It called Creative Assassins.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I was a little surprised.
Today's challenge was all about culture, and the candidate had to ask you about the company's culture. You're supposed to bring that up to them.
She came into this competition extremely confident, wanting to win it.
I mean, they're looking for players. They're looking for people who are enthusiastic.
You not giving me the ability to lead.
Paula was offended that she couldn't step up.
Batsheva, she can't help herself.
You know, someone had to take charge and I had to do it.
No, I do an amazing job in the real world. On reality television, I don't.
I promise you, I will overrule everybody.
Oprah would have said, you do not do the ugly cry. And Oprah, I'm so sorry.
You cried, I felt.
Gusto in it. All right, right. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hey, I'm Tom with Silk Road Technology. We're super excited to be here in Miami Beach for the season 2 of Top Recruiter. I'm joined by my colleague Jacqueline Branch.
Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline Branch with Silk Road. We're excited to be here, part of Top Recruiter Miami 2. Wait for our episode, it's coming up next.
Hey, listen, we love you. It's time for you to vote for your favorite Top Recruiter for this episode. I'm your host, Alex King. I'll see you next time on Top Recruiter, the Competition Miami.